if there are no deals, probably tell us your possible or potential partners. Thank you.
Okay. So the way partnerships in sports go, at the level at which we are operating, it's not something that, first of all, there's confidentiality around many of these conversations, and it's not something that we can announce on our own. Sooner than later, I hope some of us will be able to make it to Lagos for about 3 upcoming press conferences where our partners will announce. And let me give you an idea. We circulated the vendor registration list. And for instance, if you go to Abia Warriors Stadium, the entrance is very shaky. And one of the things is, and that's not the most important thing actually, one of the things is the integrity. If you have, let's do some arithmetic. If you have, let's say, Enyimba seats 15,000 people, let's say on the average, 5,000 people watch the matches in both stadiums, so that's 10,000 a week, at the price of 2,000 naira per ticket. That's 20 million every week. You have 72 matches, 72 times 20. That's 1.4 billion.
That is if you sell all. We're looking at home games. If you sell all.
We've already halved it. We've stressed it by 50%.
We're looking at home games alone now.
No, there are no home games. There are no home games. You just play two matches. You play, okay, technically you play home and away, but it's either in Enyimba or Umuahia. So there are 72 matches at 2,000 naira per ticket by 10,000. That's 1.4 billion. Now, you have ticket discounters, like Ticketmaster and whoever chooses to be a ticket discounter. You can knock off 25% of the value. But that means the average spectator will go to the black market to buy the tickets. There will be ticket scalping. But let's assume there is no ticket scalping. So on ticketing alone, you are looking at about 2.8 billion if the stadium is full, and if it's at 50%, it's 1.4 billion. Now, we are basically product managers. We are not footballers, we are not administrators, we are just product managers. What we develop is a product to utilize an asset called a stadium. And if we package the product well and sell it well, it will be on TV. Let's even say we don't get any broadcast contracts in the first year. By the second year, we get a broadcast contract, even if it's in the region of 500 million, our revenue is climbing. The players need insurance. Even the stadium need insurance. I'm not going to give you an insurance contract without you being a sponsor. So there are many things. But those are central revenues. Let's look at the club side. There are many things a club can do to earn revenue. See, we don't keep sleeve or shirt, front of shirt sponsorship. We don't keep even your box. You understand? Why we talk of central revenue is because the stadium doesn't belong to you. So whatever advert that is in that stadium has to be shared centrally. So those are central things. But think for a minute. So many academies around that nothing is happening to them. The players just go there and train, and then they get injured, they pour pure water on your leg. You know those kind of things. But all of a sudden, this is how we envisage it. It may not happen like that. But what then happens is all these academies aggregate to form these club sides. And because you are not playing in the NPFL, you then become feeder to the entire 20 teams in the NPFL. There will be a lot of activities for agents in this league. That is why you have to register if you want to be an agent. Now you can understand the basis for those registrations. You are not going to be my preferred contractor to close down a section of Enyimba and build proper hospitality suites if you have not registered as a construction contractor. It's a walled garden, just like Apple phone, to participate. And why are we doing this? A lot of club sites haven't done this before. They are going to depend on our expertise. Therefore, if I'm going to point you to, say, a website developer, it must be somebody that I've vetted and is registered in our ecosystem. And it's not new. These are things, if you're going to work for a big oil company, you're going to have to be vetted and registered as a vendor and things like that. So these things are not new. But because we believe that we are building an ecosystem that is going to keep growing, we think that we need to assist the clubs that are new to this in dealing with the various aspects of things that they haven't done before. For instance, when we want to build a stadium today, why put a pattern track? The further the spectator is away from the football pitch. And that's why you see a distinction is being made globally between where there is an athletic stadium and where there is a football stadium. And for a very long time, Juventus played at the Albi Stadium, and it was never the same. Even Bayern Munich played at Old Munich Stadium, Munich Olympic Stadium. It wasn't until, interestingly, both of them now have alliance as sponsors of the new stadium. So these are the things that, are very important in advising clubs. How do you find a contractor to help them even build an academy? So we will have to educate them, help them through these difficult periods, and then establish them. It's an ongoing thing, and almost every stadium, almost every football club today is doing something about their stadium, either extension or even Old Trafford too is due some renovation.
Thank you so much. My name is Precious. I want to ask on the bidding. Can we talk about the bidding?
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask on the bidding process because the last time we spoke about it in the Maya, you talked about the bidding process. And what I have here, before any of the 9 football clubs on offer 250,000, do you have a specific number, for the bidding process? Anybody can bid, and what determines who wins the bidding process for this club?
So, the premise is called fit and proper person regime. Ours may not be that rigorous, but the bidding process is open to everybody. But I think the more experience you have, the more likely that you will win. However, even if you don't have any experience, by the time they hire 3-4 of you seated in this room, I'm sure they will get going. So the bidding, there are many ways you can bid. You can have closed bids, you can have open bids. So we are going to have open bids, and there are 3 senatorial zones. The thinking is that everybody who wants to bid for the 3 clubs in Abia South, right? That's Aba and all that. So one thing we can do is start the bidding if we want to make more money. But it's not up to me alone. The Ministry of Finance is also there. This is social development, agri development. So you can start the bidding with Abia North. You can start the bidding with Abia North. By the time you get there, you're sure that you've added super premium. You may look at your cost and say, if I wait till Abia South comes up, my money may not reach. You can also go one here, one here. There are many ways. It's not a pure profit motive. Okay, you don't want somebody, it's like you don't spend everything at the wedding. There's still the marriage to be consumed. Okay, so if you have the club buyers paying all the money, how are they going to pay salaries and all of that? So we'll have, but there will be flaws that will be set, So that's how we do. And we're not ruling out people outside the region coming to buy for the club. That is why once the media and publicity starts, we are going to encourage as many as possible. Because you just wake up one day and say, okay, next year will be. No, there will be no club next year. Do your best now, partner with somebody else, and then see what can be done.
Okay, so.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
But never mind, it's me you've spoken all along.
Okay, no problem. Just at a state of media, I want to find out, because I have listened to you and I think great passion to develop the sports industry in the state. I want to find out, why Abia State? Why did you decide to do this in Abia State? What's your target of marketing? using Abia as a pilot state? Are you going to move from Abia State to any other state in the Federation?